Good morning, everyone. This is Melanie from Lightbeam's Treasures. Today is Monday, January 11th, 2021. Now, this happens to be part of my journey outside of reselling videos. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, and I'm going to separate them by different categories. I'll talk about that in a little later. But more importantly, I wanted to give an update on some things because I know a lot of people are extremely worried about what's going on. And I think with me taking a step back for about 48 hours, crying for about 12 hours straight, doing a lot of soaking, hot baths, medicine, pain patches, and just getting my mind off of things and letting go of my emotions has helped. It's Monday, so it's a new beginning, a new week, a new start. Don't want to overdo myself because I do have an extreme habit that when I get something in mind, I go 150% rather than just doing what needs to be done. So this morning, what I did was I set up some listings of things. I set up a list and a guidelines of things and directions I want to do. I guess if you want to call it, I don't know, like a goals, aspiration, a vision board, something like that, but not for something in the future, something for the now. So the first thing I do want to talk about is an update on what has happened. I know it's been going around. So remember my concern was about friend number 3. And that was the one that I mentioned about the last message being a possible suicide attempt. Well, to give an update and not to disclose anything, yes, the person did decide to ram. Well, I shouldn't say this. The person, shortly after that message, the person did get into an accident. Whether they did it intentionally or whether they did it not intentionally, that is under investigation. But the person was in an accident, did go to the hospital, and the only thing that they could say to me after they told me the situation and what happened is, I'm sorry. Sometimes those words are the worst thing I ever want to hear. In fact, I'll be honest, when I hear people say I'm sorry, I'm like, don't ever tell me you're sorry. So I'm still internally debating on how to handle the situation, what to do. But I know that person, as of right now, the aftermath of getting into the accident is probably going to have a lot of self-reflection to do. Nobody was hurt in the accident. They have their life, their career to look. I don't even know how to say this. Like, I don't want to disclose anything. They basically have their life, their career, their job to consider right now. And due to this accident, a lot of that stuff is going to have to be taken into consideration. So for the time being, I guess they're not talking to me, but at least I know they're safe. They're alive. I did have a couple other friends pretty much be the telephone effect where they're talking to them, and I think that's where they need, because right now I wasn't in the right frame of mind to do that. So that was the update for that. Um, Update on auctions. Let's turn to brighter things. So the good news is, yes, we had a meeting yesterday between Record Crate Adam, Laura Bemis, Laura, and Marion, and we are going to continue the auctions in loving memory of Donna. I think that's a great thing to do. We are going to be switching them off on different channels. So we're starting it off on Adams. So for those of you who is excited about auctions, who liked the team, we are going to do one on Tuesday. So we're still figuring out the bells, like figuring out the little intricacies of it, because it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to fill her shoes. I mean, she did such a good job. It was a fun time, and we're going to continue on with it. I wasn't too sure whether it was going to be respectful, disrespectful, or anything like that, but we had a meeting about it, and I think that's a good thing. Speaking of auctions, I know in the past I mentioned I want to do auctions. So I set up a plan for myself, because here's where the funny thing is. I actually have so much fear doing an auction by myself. And the question is, why do I have a fear? I shouldn't. I started doing pop-up sales, and I completely stopped them. couple of people inquired about them, but I just did. I had no following. I had nobody bought anything, so I stopped them. I think now I want to do something a little different. I mentioned before, I have an abundance of books and I have an abundance of DVDs. Some of these books and DVDs are so obscure people have never heard of them before. Some of them are just common. So what I was thinking of doing, and I would love to hear your opinion about this, is if I did like a short show, maybe about 15, 20 minutes, introducing some rare books, some DVDs at incredibly good prices, talk about it. So to be more like it'll be a buy it now auction slash book review, movie review, and I do one of those every now and then. Is that something you would be interested in? Because I also want to balance the fact that I'm already doing my what sold on eBay videos daily. Now I'm going to be doing these day in the life of journey videos. And every now and then I do like an informative video here and there. I think those are fun. But I was wondering if I added in like a book review, movie review, would that be something that people would be interested in? I'm going to try it out. It doesn't hurt. Nobody says I have to do it every day. And I'm going to make it like short and sweet. This way it doesn't take up my day and I can continue to do other things. So that's part of my plan as far as auctions is I want to continue on in Donna's legacy with the rest of the team to do the Tuesday and Friday auctions. I want to do my pop-up movie and book auctions. I want to start expanding my own channel. And like I said, I have two separate channels. I want to start combining them together. So this way everything's in one compact area. Um, and that's it with the auctions. Now, part of the problem for me is, and this is where my goals and aspirations and comes in, is I am not setting up daily habits. I have a tendency where I get so overwhelmed with stuff that I end up not doing the things that I want to do. So to tackle that on, the first thing I want to do. Okay, I lost my train of thought. I had somebody come in. Um, Basically, I have to get into a habit form. I have to set up daily rituals myself and stick to it. I also have to not take on huge projects. I have this tendency to take on huge projects where if I just tackle small things at a time, then things will get done. I mean, this is just an example. Like this morning, I woke up, fed the cats, I put in a load of laundry. I set up the dishwasher to do a set of dishes. I did my morning routine. And then I came here, I'm doing a video. Right after this, I'm going to go right into doing my what sold video, which then I'm going to go right into wrapping up the packages. And then from there, that's where I get the freedom to do what I need to do. I've already mentioned that today is cleaning up things. I'm going to take everything, just throw it in a box, throw it out of sight, out of mind for the time being, clean this office so I have a nice clean slate to work on. Then from there, then I can start taking little projects at a time. And that's what's going to be my goal is trying to prioritize, make adjustments, clean, stay organized, stay on top of everything, and really focus on my business. Now, I did want to talk about other things, but for the time being, I actually have somebody here, so I'm going to end the video here, and we'll talk about it in the future. But like I said, for those who were worried about me, one, I have a journey to go through to myself. I'm in much better spirits. My back is still going to be hurting me, and it's going to be hurting me for a while. I've got to ease it up. I got to take care of myself. I've got to drink water. I've got to focus on my health and my well-being, not only on a physical aspect, but also a mental aspect as well. And that's why I'm doing these videos in this journey. You can join me on this particular folder because I am going to have a separate folder of just my videos highlighting my journey. Or you could simply watch my other videos, which are my sales, my auctions, my live shows, my unboxings when I get. In fact, I have a couple of unboxings that needs to be done. But until then, everyone, this is Melanie with Light Beams Treasures. Take care.